right, we'll start right now. Now, remember, we have Facebook is about 20 seconds behind. So welcome, everyone, to Meowy Hour. You know, I'm wondering, should I just leave this screen up because...
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, it starts in, well, it started. So welcome everyone to Meowy Hour. Thanks for coming to celebrate cat life with CFA. You know, if there's a will, there's a way. There's no shows, but you know what? Well, there's a virtual show taking place today. So I have some good news and some bad news. Good news is I'm not the host. We have Arden Moore, who's the host, and she's America's pet health and safety coach, and she's a best-selling author, and she's the radio host for Oh Behave radio show. So Arden Moore is our awesome host. So her and her cats will be here in just a few minutes. She's waiting in her lair right now. We also have a special guest that she'll introduce. We have Teresa Kiger, who is a CFA judge, the CFA creative director, and she is also the editor for Cat Talk magazine. So we are airing Meowy Hour on Zoom webinar and also on Facebook Live. Now, Facebook Live is about 20 seconds delayed. So we have Nicole Turk, who is going to be monitoring the Facebook conversation. So if you guys have anything you want to say, Nicole can take that message and send it to us over through the webinar chat. The reason that some people chose to do the registration through the webinar chat is because that way they can keep in communication with us. We have your email, we can send you the special discounts that our sponsors give, and any information that we might want to share about upcoming Meowy Hours, and even a survey. So thanks to our sponsors, CFA is able to do this for you guys every week. So if it wasn't for them, we would not be here. We'll meet them a little later as well. So I think that's it for me. So now it's time to have some fun.
Casey. All right, are we ready?
Yep.
All right, pause up, everybody. This is Arden Moore with Rusty the Performer. He's wearing his formal attire and coming in as his big brother. Come on, Casey. Casey, come here. Casey, come. Showing a tail version, sit. There is Casey, pet safety cat, Casey, and we're gonna have some fun, guys. This is the inaugural Meowy Hour. So we're gonna have a toast to cats. We want to, at this time, thank our sponsors. Our primary sponsor is Neon Litter. I'm telling you, very, very colorful and very, very effective. We also, later on, we'll talk about live pee free. We all deserve to live pee free. I want to give a big shout out to the Cat Fanciers Association. And you know what, guys? They're bringing it to all cats. There's about 5% of cats on this planet that are pedigree, and about 95% that are mutt cats. So they're trying to do what they can for all cats, and certainly go to CFA.org and check out Companion Cat World. My two cats, Casey and Rusty, are proud cat card carrying members of CCW. But first, maybe some of you know I do a lot in the pet world and want a lot of collars, but did you guys know I'm a licensed bartender? So what's kind of neat about Meowy Hour is that I'm going to do a cocktail that we all can toast to all cats. You guys can get the recipe, especially those that sign up through the webinar. And we want to toast all cats. Now, you don't have to drink alcohol. You can raise a glass of warm milk, water, tea, beer. Our special guest today is going to be Dusty Rainbolt. And I don't know if we can we see her? Everybody can see her, I guess. Give me a shout. She's got a beer. So it's going to be fun. We got Trent Bergen. He's the national sales manager for Neon Litter. I don't know what he's drinking, but it's probably something very good. So let's do this first. Let's do a kitty cocktail. So the first thing we're going to do is a Tom Cat Collins. It's real easy. It's perfect for a hot day like today. You just take 2 ounces of good gin. I got some Tanqueray, and you're going to put it in a cocktail shaker. already filled with ice.
Hey,
So-
Arden, do you want me to put up the recipe?
I want them to kind of see it go, and then we'll do
Okay.
the recipe. So then you put 2 shots. Meow. We got to do it like that. Meow. And there's the second one. Then you're going to add 3/4 ounce of lemon juice, already gone. Then you're going to flip this thing over, and you're going to do a half ounce of simple syrup. Give it a little bit of sweetness. Meow. And here comes, pretend like I'm Tom Cruise. Okay, guys? So we're going to shake this up, shake it up, get it all nice and cold. And then we're going to use the strainer. Meow. Look at this. Look how nice it is. But you want to top it with some club soda. Obviously, you don't put the club soda in the shaker because of the carbonation. That would be a key mess on aisle 2. And then you want to take your little stir, get it all together. You can either garnish it with lemon or lime. And I picked this from the garden. It's mint. And as you all know, catnip is a member of the mint family. So raise a glass, everybody. Whatever you're drinking, let's toast to all cats all over the planet.
Here.
I love this job. This is awesome. All right, so let's get this party started. What I'd like to do now is introduce you to a pretty cool dude. His name is Trent Bergen. He's the National Sales Manager for Neon Litter, and he's going to tell you some cool things about Neon Litter, our primary sponsor. Take it away, Trent.
Thank you. Thanks, Arden. Thank you to the Cat Fanciers Association and everyone for putting together this amazing Meowy Hour. And I am partaking in a little bourbon and Coke, if you will. So keeping it standard for me. Let me tell you a little bit about Neon Litter. It is the most spectacular cat litter you can find anywhere. Neon Litter checks all the litter boxes. You go to neonlitter.com now to check it out. These bright, bold neon colors bring a little fun to an otherwise tedious chore for cat owners. Neon Litter brings the party to the potty. Talking to cat moms and dads over the years, we've learned that there are a few key points on cat litter that everyone wants to know. Number 1, odor control. Neon Litter is made from silica gel crystal, commonly called crystal litter, renowned for its odor control properties. Number 1, best of the best, scientifically proven, period. Number 2, dust. No joke, Neon Litter is absolutely dust-free. No cloud, not even a speck of dust. Number 3, weight. Crystal litter is naturally lighter weight than clay litter by up to 70%. As an example, a 4-pound bag of Neon would weigh nearly 9 pounds in the most common clay litter. Number 4, will my cat like it? Yep, guaranteed. Cats typically reject litter for one of 2 reasons, smell or texture. If your cat doesn't like the fragrance, your cat won't be using the box. Neon Litter is fragrance-free. If your current litter is using a fragrance, it's to cover up the smells left behind from your litter not doing its primary job. Texture, on the other hand, it feels uncomfortable to the cat or unsafe to your kitty, that box goes unused. Neon crystals are barely larger than a grain of sand, making them super soft on cats' paws. What about those neon bright colors? Those colors are for you. Cats love neon for the texture. Number 5, cost. For only $10 a month, you can have fun colors, a smell-free litter box, and an odor-free home, delivered straight to your door for free. Visit neonlitter.com, select buy 4, get 2 free. That's 6 bags for $10 each. Enter the code Meowy Hour at checkout for an additional 20% off your first order. That's just $8 a month for your first 6 months for a single cat household. Neonlitter.com, Meowy Hour at checkout.
I like it, Trent.
Love
I told
Neon
you.
Litter.
Case, a little Rusty's like, ooh, I dig it. I dig the litter with the cool colors because I'm a cool cat. Hey, guys, remember what Trent said. Go to neonlitter.com. We got a special code, Meowy Hour. You're going to save some money, and we want to give a big shout out to Neon Litter. It's keeping cats in homes, and that's the most important thing. It's 21st century cat litter. Move over sand from a beach. Hey, Trent, anything else you'd like to add, or are you still sipping your whiskey and bourbon?
Nothing to add at the moment, but I'll be vigilantly listening and available for comments if you need me.
All right, guys. So this is our first show. We're going to have some fun, but we also want to learn. So we're going to give some prizes away. And the first prizes that we're going to give away are a bag of the Neon Litter that Trent just talked about, and our secondary sponsor, which we're going to learn about later, Live Pee Free. They're going to give away one of their containers. And it doesn't just clean cat oopsies on the rug. It cleans the doggy puddles, your bad boat after a fishing expedition. It cleans general odors. So a little drum roll. These guys, these fine folks at CFA are going to track the winners. We're going to get 2 winners. The question is this. It's a general cat question. You ready? Got your cat ears on? All right. What is the scientific name for hairball? What's a scientific name for hairball? And I guarantee hairballs only come out when it's in the middle of the night and it's between your bed and your bathroom and you step in it. Right, cats everywhere? So again, nice try, Christy. You said pucus yuckus. Close. That might be the Latin version. But we need the scientific name for hairball. Oh, we got somebody coming in.
It's Julia. Julia's a know-it-all.
Hairball. Yeah, we need another winner. So winner,
Julia knows her hairballs.
All right, I love people that know their hairball.
And we got Julian.
All right,
Julian Brooks.
So we got 2 winners.
There you
and
go.
That's pretty cool. All right, a little drum roll. You guys know her. She's awesome. She's a cat advocate. She's an award-winning author. She is the editor-in-chief of adoptashelter.com, giving good for cats of all ages, kinds. And you know what? When I moved to deep in the heart of Dallas 5 years ago from sunny Southern California, you know who was the first person that welcomed me to the land of the Lone Star State? The one, the only, Dusty Rainbolt. Hey, Dusty, thanks for being our first guest. Woo, puzz up.
Oh, I'm so honored to be here. To be on the inaugural show. This is just a delight.
I even have a cowboy hat now.
Oh, I love it.
I'm turning Texas. So guys, this is a must-get book. CSI, Cat Scene Investigator. Solve your cat's litter box mystery. And she didn't just put a bunch of things together. I think she hurt her brain cells because she went to the very best in the field of veterinary medicine and science. And she's covering a topic near and dear to me, pee and poop, because I think everybody that has a pet should be a poopologist. So what I want to just start with, Dusty, is what in the heck motivated you to be the author of this great book, Cat Scene Investigator?
Well, 2 reasons. First of all, we've all had problems. You know, you walk in the house and you go, oh my, you've got a cat. Well, you never want to hear that.
What's that
never
code
want
for?
to hear that. So that inspired me to get interested in the topic. But then on top of that, I'm a rescuer, and once a week I'd get a call from somebody who wanted to move. And of course, you keep asking questions, and they're really not moving. They just want to get rid of the cat that's peeing all over the carpet. So yeah. I wanted to do something that would keep cats in their homes, and that's it took me 3 years. It was going to be a quick little book. I was just going to throw it together, and it took 3 years. But I'm happy that I went ahead and went the extra mile. And it's money.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, and it's funny. It may be science-based, but I try to write with humor. So, you know,
And every page has a cartoon to start a chapter by a very talented illustrator, Stephanie
Absolutely.
Pirro. Hey, Stephanie, if you're in the house, I just gave you a plug. So she's very talented, and you're
She
pretty
is.
talented too, writing and your wit, Dusty. So Dusty,
Aw.
we know that that's a big reason why cats get surrendered to shelters. They say that the cat
Mhm.
has now started boycotting the litter. Just in general terms, what are some reasons, if you are going to be a cat detective and checking for clues, what are some of the common reasons why a cat's like, I'm not going in that thing. No, 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 no.
Well, there are actually 4, and I can make it quick. Number 1 are medical reasons. You know,
Okay.
the cat is feeling bad. They used to call it a bladder infection, but now we're finding that cats under 10 tend to get idiopathic cystitis, or rather, excuse me, interstitial cystitis. Idiopathic is so 2001, you know.
I can't even spell either one of them. Does that make me an idiot?
No.
Okay.
But anyway, so
C.
if the cat has this cystitis, it's an inflammation and it hurts when you go to the bathroom. It feels like you're trying to pee a dagger, and you know the kitty thinks, well, if I don't go in that litter box, if I go someplace else, it's not going to hurt. And
Yeah.
then it follows him to the next place, and then it follows him to the next place. And so you can't take care of the problem until you have addressed the medical issue, if there is one.
Well, that's a common one. I know another time my cat Casey, who's known as Pet Safety Cat Casey, because I teach pet first aid with a real dog and a real cat.
Mhm.
I'm telling you guys, Dusty, I'm actually filming from my tiny house in Dallas, Texas, 32-step commute from my backyard. It's called Ard's Den. Inside this Ard's Den 10 by 20 is a cat litter box. And one Sunday night, you guys can all relate, he walks into the litter box and I'm like, he's not doing anything. I'm like, dude, are you reading a magazine? And all of a sudden I hear a sound we don't want to hear. Oh! Took him, of course, to the ER, because cat emergencies only happen at night on vacations and when you're, you know, ready to go on a cruise, which will never happen now. Thank you, COVID. So again, they were able to express his bladder, and I swear when he got that urine out of his urethra, he was like, oh, thank you. They kept him overnight, and I'll remember what that vet said the next morning. I am so glad you brought Casey in tonight, because if you would have waited, the toxin buildup could have killed him. So guys, this is where being a pet detective, you use your ears and your eyes. So
Absolutely.
with that, Dusty, we're talking about urine, and you talked about the first reason, medical. You have 3 others. See, I got right back to it, baby. I got right back to it.
I do, and the people at Neon Litter are going to be happy to hear this. One of the other reasons is the cat doesn't like the litter. You know, there's something wrong with the litter box. It might be the cat litter. It might be the litter box itself. It might be an enclosed box. It might be scented. I mean, there's a million reasons, and you have to experiment. But cats, they've done studies on kitties, and they actually did all these scientific favorite tests, and trying to figure out which litters the cats like. And they tend to like sandy litters that are unscented.
Okay.
So, and I don't think they give a rat's rear whether it's got color or not. So
we do, because I want to tell everybody, come here, I want to show you something I added to my house. Check out this neon litter, baby.
yeah.
You know,
So
move over, Martha Stewart. You know, come on. But but
So-
that's good.
So, you know, the neon litter, I haven't tried it with full disclosure, but I'd love to. But if it's sandy and it's unscented, then it is something that a lot of cats.
It's a
will
very
want.
small, the silicone gel. It's like walking on butter, baby. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's not like walking on rocks. So that's what makes neon litter cool.
Okay, so they generally do not like scents. Then it's the condition of the litter box. When was the last time you changed it or scooped
Yeah,
it?
humans. There's a cat mutiny going on. Like, my cats are like, I love living with Arden because we've trained her to clean that litter box. We have several twice a day. We got clean potties. I like to see you guys go to one of those human porta potties. Woo! So yeah, be good to your cat. Clean the dang litter box. What's the fourth reason?
Well, the truth is, well, let me go back to that. We all expect the toilet to be flushed, whether we use a public toilet or toilet at home. We expect it to be flushed. And cats are desert creatures. They evolved to go ahead and use the sand and then move over. So they need clean litter boxes. So
and they can smell odors better than we can, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So can you guys imagine smelling urine and then somebody cranks the volume up and it's 100 times more pungent? Now you know what your cat feels like.
And on top of that, it's estimated that they can their sense of smell is 100 times more powerful than ours, and also they're 2 inches from the litter.
Yeah.
And especially if you have an enclosed box, and that just keeps all the yucky stuff in. So, take off the top. And let's see what else. Oh, then the fourth category is something is keeping them from, something is scaring them. So either another animal or a kid is barring them from going to the litter box, or the air conditioner is going off, or if you have it in the the laundry room, maybe the tennis shoe or the dryer's going, humming and moving around. So that's another problem. And,
no, I think it's good. And there's so many cool cat litter designs, and some cats like hoods, some cats don't. Cats in the hood. I like that. That'd be a new song. I think I'll write that. But you're right. We got to know what the cat preference is. I'm like you, have more than one cat in my house. Now watch what happens when I shake this. All right, we got one cat. Casey, you got another. So you could have a food resource guarding issue. So, or any kind of resource guarding. So talk a little bit about that. So I got them primed. What do you guys think? Trained cats. It does happen.
Absolutely, and that's another issue, is the fact that you may have 2 or 3, 5, 10 cats, whatever, and if you don't have enough litter boxes for everybody, then you're going to have perhaps a more dominant cat guarding the litter box, and they're very sneaky about it. You may not even know that they're doing it. They may just be laying there on their side, but they're actually displaying some of their weapons. So you need to make sure that there's enough resources for everybody. And when I say resources, I mean litter boxes in different parts of the house, food in different parts of the house, water, toys, scratching posts. So you need
cats don't like to drink or poop or pee next to their food bowl, right?
Right. Never. Yeah. We don't want to eat in the bathroom, and neither do cats. So yeah.
I've never eaten on the toilet before. I don't think I want to try it. So think of that, guys. What?
I said, thank you for sharing that.
Well, and then we're
gonna
get into a topic that's near and dear to my heart, and that is poop. So I'm going to tee you up first. Casey, you ready to talk about this? This is embarrassing. We're talking about poop. Okay, guys, here's the deal. Your veterinarian always wants you to grab that little poop sample when you take your cat in for the annual exam or other conditions. But did you guys know that poop is actually, from veterinarians, scored on a scale of 1 to 7? You really hope your cat lands a 3 or a 4. Now, I'm going to say some foods that'll make you never want to eat them again, but it'll make you remember. It's got to look like a glistening Tootsie Roll. Right, Dusty?
Right. I always described it as a little log rather than little balls or you know, a puddle. So go
Okay.
ahead and share with us the food that I will never eat again.
All right, now if the poop coming out of the chute in the litter box, he's a cat wrapper, is like a little hard nuggets, and it looks like milk duds. What do you think that could indicate, Dusty?
We could be a little bit dehydrated.
Yeah.
And you know, you want it to be like you said, the Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
And-
Now the
and-
worst one, we'll have this shot here. If it comes out like a chocolate stinking milkshake, that's a score of about a 7. And what's that indicate, my little poopologist expert?
Well, it could be a lot of different things. You know, it could be parasites, it could be digestive issues, it could be a number of things. And, you know, the answer to all of it is take them to the vet. Anytime there is any change in behavior, any behavior, he's suddenly not sleeping in the same place.
Yeah.
Take them to the vet.
Now, you talked a little bit in your book, pee or graffiti, and it was early on in the book. What do you mean by that?
Well, kitties mark using urine, but they're two different actions. Elimination is simply eliminating, but they could also be using urine to mark territory. Or they
So
could
they're
be
like feline
marking territory.
Zorros?
Absolutely. I like to think of it as Kilroy, the guy from World War II. Kilroy was here.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes it's territorial marking. I was here. Other times they mark, they spray to relieve stress, to make something smell familiar that's going to make them feel a little bit more comfortable. Well,
So is this the cat equivalent to us liking to come into a kitchen and smelling fresh baked chocolate chip cookies? Their own urine? Does it make them feel good?
don't ruin chocolate chip cookies for me. Please don't ruin chocolate chip. You know,
Oatmeal cookies?
I think it's more equivalent to tagging a sign or a wall or a fence or something like that. That's what I
Okay.
think it's more like.
Now, in your book, I already marked the page because I'm so Kool-Aid. It's on page 44. Because this is about CSI, Cat Scene Investigator, you have a whole bunch of crime scene cleanup supplies. So for the folks, give us just a rundown of a few of the things they really need to do to be that pet detective to find out, is that a water or is that a kitty urine?
Well, my favorite way, you know, the nose doesn't nose, because if you've got a couple of different places, it's really hard to pinpoint it because you become nose blind. So I like to use a real live, honest to God UV light. And ultraviolet light, you can get it at a pet store, you can get it at a janitorial supply, and turn off the lights, run it along the baseboards or the floor. And
do you play some Barry White music to get in the mood, or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or a little Tom Jones, What's New Pussycat, you know?
Oh, good one. Yeah. Okay. Well, and go ahead.
Oh, but so you go around and it'll glow green. It'll yellowish green. And you can take some masking tape, and when you see that, you just take a little masking tape and you can go back. Another cleanup secret is the shape of the stain.
Oh, really?
You see a stain that's that big, but the truth is, once it gets into the carpet, the stain at the base is going to be about that big. So we're busy treating this, but we really need to make sure that the solution that you use covers like the size of a dinner plate.
Okay. Now,
because it's in the pad, and until you get it out of the pad, it's they're going to keep going back.
Why do you have in here a spatula or a putty knife?
Can't help you with that at the moment.
Hang on, my phone is all of a sudden coming alive. I'm
Tell
so
Oprah to wait. We're more important.
I just bumped it. Anyway, what was the question?
So in your crime scene cleanup supplies, this is a different, you have a spatula or a putty knife. Pray tell why.
We are getting back to that number 7 code of poo-poo. So when we've got the stuff that looks like yucky pudding.
Yeah.
those
Milkshake. I like pudding. Don't ruin my pudding. Okay.
Oh, you already ruined chocolate chip cookies.
All right. Touche.
There you
Touche.
go.
All right.
So yeah, that makes it easier. It's just, scoop it up. And then make sure you don't put it back in the kitchen. Don't get them mixed up.
Yeah. All right. Now, you talked about in your book, and we talked a little bit as a general thing, that there are micro territories. What the heck is that? And how does that impact maybe a cat using or not using a litter box? Micro territories.
Yeah,
They're
cats
all stuck in the house like us. We're all SIPing. Well, peeing. Well, does that mean we're standing in place, staying in place, and staying in pee? We don't want that with COVID, right? So
No, we do not.
All right.
But the micro territories, cats are territorial animals, which doesn't mean they're asocial. It just means they like their little territories. And so if you have multiple cats inside a house, you may have different territories in one room. You could, if you've got 3 cats in one room and they like to hang out there, one cat, his territory may be the back of the couch. Another cat may like the windowsill. Another cat might like the rocker.
Okay.
And so depending on the status of the cat and the time of day, that's when they're territorial. The more dominant cat may decide that the window is where he wants to sit. And then after the sun is kind of gone past the window, he will there and let everybody else have it.
Well, so this tells me this. So does that mean cats are the original timesharers? I mean, I would rather have a timeshare shared with my cat than being stuck with those rising administrative fees every year. So are they original timeshares?
They absolutely are. And that's another reason why they mark, is because if you have an outdoor cats and they are time sharing these territories, they will spray the tree or the tire on the car. Or
I've done that.
I can see that. But anyway, so they'll mark to let other cats know I'm here. This is what's going on, and schedule is also very important. Cats live by schedule, so they
have an invisible watch, don't they?
Greenwich means got nothing on cats. That's why that's why they're standing at the door when you're supposed to be home. They get really upset whenever you change, if you start working late or you go on vacation. They get upset because the scheduling is actually life-saving. I mean, it avoids conflict, and so that's why they mark, or one of the reasons they mark. But,
well, one thing I love about this book, because I've seen a lot of articles about ways to avoid your cat from boycotting the litter box or what that. But guys, you got to get your paws on this book, because take a look at in the back of the book, there's like pages of all her works that she cited by people that have like Vanna White initials after their name. They're like PhDs, DVMs, EIEIOs. These are guys probably in their 50s still paying off their college loans because they love to learn. So I need you to get into the Brainiac Trust that you found, leading off with Dr. Tony Buffington.
Oh, he's my hero. Yeah. Dr. Buffington is actually a veterinary nutritionist, and he started doing research on interstitial cystitis because they believed that it had a nutritional factor.
Oh,
and
wow.
He was given grants because it's virtually the same disease that occurs in mainly women. And I happen to be a victim of that, so I know how those poor kitties feel when they're trying to pee that dagger. But anyway, so
It's like a hot dagger, isn't it?
oh, it's bad. It's rough.
Okay.
So anytime somebody says, yeah, well, I'll take him to the vet in a couple of days. No, you need to take the kitty to the vet now because it's painful.
So name a couple other experts that you really thought, amen, I'm so glad I got to talk to you.
Oh, let's see. Oh, now I've just absolutely gone blank. Well,
I'll help you.
Tony, yeah, go ahead.
Well, you've got, well, you went to some of the big agencies like the CDC.
Yes.
You've got Cornell Feline Health Center.
That's right.
You've got, I love this veterinarian, Dr. Sharon Crowell Davis, right?
Yes, absolutely. Dr. Davis is fabulous.
Let's see, who else do you got? Well, he's not related to me, but there's a Danielle Gunn Moore, a PhD. So you've got a lot in here, but, Deb Horowitz.
Nick Dodman.
Nick, wait a minute, we got to say like this. I am Nicholas Dodman.
Oh.
And he was the guy from Scotland that started the behavior center at the at Tufts University School of Veterinary Medicine. You and I was the editor of Catnip. You were one of our main contributors. But the dude didn't just get happy with a VMD and he got a PhD in pharmacology and EIEIO again. So this is a brainiac, right? So he's written and done some major breakthrough studies. Now, one thing people are wanting to ask, I see it on the board, how the heck do we find out how to get our paws on this? And how do we find out more about the cool, dusty Rainbolt?
Well, you can get the book on Amazon.com. It's available in Kindle and also paperback. So please buy it.
She's a starving author like I am. Please, a little more book buying. All right. And what about your personal way to get hold of you?
You can reach me through dustycatwriter.com, and you can get a hold of me there. And also, just can I plug my other book?
Yes, and before we answer questions, I do want everybody to know Dusty has graciously offered to get your paws on an autographed copy. So we're going to be, we're going to ask some questions, and she's going to, at the end, we'll announce who the winner is. But she's not a one-book wonder, my little fine feline friends. She's written a zillion books, but let's see this other one.
Okay. This is Finding Your Lost Cat, and it's the practical cat-specific guide for your happy reunion. And it is about finding your lost cat, and it's also like the other book. It's full of references and anyway, I've had very good good feedback from people who've gotten their kitties back. So
I want to share with you that this little guy, he comes to a whistle thanks to Samantha Martin, whom I adopted him from as a kitten from the Amazing Afro Cats. And this is, hi, Godmom, hi. So watch this guy. I'm going to put him over here by the fountain. I'm going to whistle. Come on, guys. How many cats come to a whistle? I think if we could train all cats to come to a whistle, they would know us. We're the crazy human, so it's safe to come out of hiding. And but I want you to sell your book too. But it is a big deal. That's one of the biggest fears I think a lot of us have is what do you do if your cat dashes out of the door? So thank you for addressing that in your book. And we're going to take some questions, and don't let me forget, but after we take the questions, we're going to see and hear from the remarkable Teresa Kiger. And every show on Meowy Hour, we're going to feature a cool cat breed. And there's one near and dear to your heart, Dusty, the Tonkinese. So tell us quickly a little bit about your T connection.
Oh, yeah. I found a kitty that was a Tonkinese wannabe. She probably wasn't a real Tonkinese, but she sure had the look. And
does she walk like a Tonkinese? Okay.
She was fabulous, and she's the best model we've ever had. She just loved modeling, and so fell in love with the breed. And now we have another one because, they don't last forever.
I know. But what's your new one? What's his or her name?
His name is Jeffy, and he's a blue mink, just like she was. And anyway, he's fun. He's really high energy, where she was very much a lady.
And who is she? Because I only heard her as she.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nixie. Of course, I'm sorry. You know Nixie.
Yeah.
Nixie was one of our test kitties, and she used to like to test products. And she would, when she'd see that we had the lights up to do the photography and set up the studio, she'd come running over, kick the other cats off the table or the platform, and she'd strike a pose.
Ooh, move over, Madonna. Boy. Okay, what we're going to do right now is we've got some folks that are interested in asking you some questions. So who's going to, where are the questions coming from? Do you read them, Des, or?
Well, what I can do is I can just let them talk. So we have Diane. So Diane, do you want to come in on and talk? I'm not sure if her hand was up from earlier or if she has a question. So
well, we got a few minutes, so let's grab a question, guys. Don't be shy. Who wants to jump in? We got Dusty here.
I'm gonna lower their hands, and so because I don't know if these are from earlier or not. So I'm gonna lower everyone's hand. So if everyone has a question, anyone has a question, raise your hand now, and then we'll know that you have a question.
Ready, set, now. No, it's me now. Come on. All right. So we're gonna do about 3 or 4 questions. Okay. So give us a question. You ready for it, Dusty? You got this.
I'm ready.
All right.
Let's do this.
All right, I don't see the question, so who asked the question?
Sure.
Okay.
No, they're going to raise their hand, and then I can put them on so they can talk, but I don't see anyone raising their hand. So,
well, can I say something real quick while we're waiting?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to, yep, and then I have someone, Michelle Romano has a question, so.
Oh, cool, yeah, because we gotta move this guy's things along, man. We got things to do.
Okay, let's do this.
Go ahead.
Okay, Michelle,
let's go. Michelle's got a question. Michelle's calling from Austin, Texas, and this is the hat she gave me to give to Casey. What do you think, Michelle?
Hi, Arden. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Ask the question.
Okay, I'm not from Austin. You know I'm from San Antonio.
Oh,
I'm from San Antonio. I'm from San Antonio.
Yeah. What did I think? I was not thinking. It must have been
my
the weight
question
of the hat.
is, I have 5 cats, and one of them all of a sudden just randomly decided to pee in my laundry basket full of clean clothes. Never did it before, and hasn't ever since. Just a random thing. I don't know why she would have done that.
It sure wasn't you after too many drinks?
Oh, I saw her do it. She did it right in front of me.
Okay. What do you think, Dusty?
Well, again, it's one of those things you might want to take her to the vet. Because
yeah, she was just there, and she got a full checkup, and all is well.
Well, okay, but when did you? I mean, are we talking the day before or the week or month before?
She went probably about 2 weeks after that happened.
Okay. Oh, okay. She did go 2 weeks. Okay. Well, with the idiopathic cystitis, it comes and goes. It doesn't just happen and then it's done. The disease waxes and wanes, so they might be okay one time and then it hurts, so they go someplace else, and then a couple of days later it goes away.
Okay.
The other thing is maybe there was an issue with the litter box. Maybe somebody was blocking the way and they were afraid, or you had guests in the house, or there's just the reasons they do it are legion. And
I know that. Yeah, I just thought that. I'm pretty sure it's something behavioral, but it's just very bizarre. She used to like to just sleep in the laundry basket, but not pee on everything. So
yeah. Or it could have been a marking situation. There's just, so get the book.
Yes.
Absolutely. I help, I ask all these questions and I ask you to diagram stuff. I mean, it's kind of like a detective. It's what detectives do when they try to figure out a crime scene, because there's no one answer.
Mm-hmm.
My hat's off to you, Michelle. Thank you. We got time for another question. Who wants to ask a question of our great guest, Dusty Rainbolt?
Yep, we got Paula.
Paula, hi Paula. Oh, nice picture, Michelle.
Hi, Dusty and Arden. How are you doing?
Good,
fine.
good.
Oh, look at that.
That must be Paula Gregg in the house. All right, we got a clock is a ticking, so we got time for your question. Oh, you there? Did we lose her? Oh,
Hey, can you hear me?
yeah, we got about a minute, so we got to.
Okay. I was just going to ask for Dusty's best recommendations. If you need to change cat litter with your cats, what's the best procedure? Because sometimes they change the formula and cats don't like it anymore.
Absolutely. So you leave all the boxes where they are. You don't do anything. You leave them exactly the same. You use the same old litter that they don't like. And then next to it, you put whatever new litter you're trying to introduce to them. And I do make some recommendations in my book. And again, I think the neon litter sounds like it's a good option. So you can certainly give that a try. But give them the option, but don't force them to use the new litter.
Okay.
And the other thing I recommend is it's like a kitty cafeteria, a cat litter cafeteria. Set up 5 or 6 litter boxes with different types of litter. And it's easy to tell. They avoid this one, they like this one, you know? I mean, you can tell by the number of clumps. But never use anything with citrus. Believe it or not, there are citrus litters out there. It's absolutely ridiculous. So that's what I would do.
And don't plug in your Glade for air freshener next to the litter box, right, Dusty?
Right. Oh, and that also reminds me, don't put your feel away next to the litter box because it's a friendly pheromone and cats don't like to use the bathroom next to the facial markings.
Well, it's kind of like going to a bar and having a party with your friends and somebody's wearing a coat of pee. I mean, so yeah, you don't want that good friendly smell of the feel away next to where you do your duty, right? That's really a good one. We got time for one more question. What's a good question? Anybody? Thank you, Paula.
Thanks, Paula.
Anybody else? Anybody? Come on, don't be shy. The feel away is a great one.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
You know, I do have some cat breeders who require their kitten buyers to get the book so that they fully understand how to deal with the litter box before they even let them have the kittens. So just a thought.
I like that. Hey guys, what we're gonna do next, so you know, as we wrap up our first Meowy Hour, we're gonna always do a little breed profile. We're gonna ask another trivia question for giveaways with the neon litter and live pee free. And then we're gonna kind of wrap this up. So we have in the house probably one of the most knowledgeable humans on cat breeds, and she's a pretty cool chick. She is the editor of Cat Talk, and I forgot your fancy title at CFA, but it's like Grand Poobah, I know all cat breeds. Am I close? Close?
No, I'm the creative director.
She's a creative director.
Like the background behind us.
Yeah. So what I want you to do all now is give it up, give a pause and applause to the one and only Teresa Kiger, who's going to talk about the Tonkinese. Take it away, Teresa.
Hey y'all. Well, the Tonkinese, as we've already just said. Hey, I need to be able to share my screen here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oops.
Oh, no worries. So this is
no cat fights here. Come on, ladies.
No. That's near and dear to Dusty's heart, the Tonkinese. Now, a lot of our breeds originated in Southeast Asia. We have a long and sleeky, elegant Siamese. We have a compact and robust Burmese, but right in the middle, we have the Tonkinese.
What beautiful kitties.
Not too long and not too short. Aren't these cute?
Yes, I'm in love. You had me at Tonkinese.
Yeah. So it's this breed was like all of our other Southeast Asian cats. It has a short and slinky coat. Let me get to the end of this because I am technically challenged. Let's go right here. All right. It has that slinky, close-lying coat that lies right next to that muscular body. It's a gregarious cat, as you can see by this litter of kittens here. Originally, the breed was recognized only in the mink color. And here's 2 examples. You'll notice that instead of being distinctly pointed like the Siamese pattern, with a pointed pattern. The points gently diffuse back into the head. But look
Wow.
at this eye color. It's really, really an unusual eye color. It's called aquamarine. It's not blue. It's not green. It's right there in the middle. It's absolutely striking. The Tonkinese isn't the only breed or non-breed that comes in the mink pattern, but it's really one of the hallmarks of this breed. Later on, the breed was recognized in two other patterns. The solid here on the left, the solid is almost completely solid. The head still and the extremities are still just a little darker, but look at the eye color. It's green. It's not the vivid green of an Oriental Shorthair, but it's definitely green. On the other end, I have a Wacom tablet that's really sensitive. On the other end of the spectrum, we have the pointed pattern. That's like the Siamese, and you have that deep, deep blue eye color.
Wow.
It is a very, very gregarious cat. It loves its people. You will never have an empty lap with a Tonkinese. They want to be with you at all times. Now, some owners have said that they actually kind of gang up and figure out how to get things done. Like there's toys in the cabinet, they will collaborate and work together to get that cabinet door open. But you saw the kittens at the beginning. They love to have the big old pile on all together. So I said, just like this. And here you can see you've got a couple with aquamarine eyes and then the blue eyes. So that's our very short overview of this wonderful breed. If you want to learn a little bit more, there's the URL, cfa.org/Tonkinese.
All right.
Well done, Teresa. And I'm reading the comments. You've got people that you use Nancy's kitten. You use the photos of Nancy's two cats, and there's a Candalee that has it. And now Michelle from San Antonio goes, oh my gosh, I may have to get a Tonkinese. Look what you've done, girl.
They're great cats. They really, really are. They're just really very, very loving cats.
Well done. Let's give it up for Teresa and the T-Cat, the Tonkinese. Hey, you got a trivia contest, and we're going to get two winners. You're going to win something from Neon Litter, Neon Litter, and Live Pee Free. So take it away, Teresa.
Now, these winners are going to be from our folks on Facebook.
Yes.
Now, Facebook folks are on a 20-second delay, so you're hearing this a little bit later. I'm going to ask the question. We're going to do a couple of things, and then we'll come back and get our two Facebook winners, okay? So this is about pedigreed cats.
Okay.
Have you heard of a famous French writer named Colette? She loved cats. She wrote about her cats. And she loved cats. They lived with her. What kind of breed of cat did she have? And she had a lot.
You whispered like a French sexy woman. What kind of cat did she live with?
What breed of cat did Colette have?
Is this where we do the Jeopardy theme song, or are we going to get charged for it? Do, 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 do. No, we should go. Meow, 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 meow. Because Alex Trebek's like cats. So we got to know. Come on, you Facebook people. Bring it up. What cat did this beautiful French woman love to hang with, right? Teresa?
Yep.
Oh, somebody said Tonkinese. Oh, no, we're tricking you. It's a different one. Can you give, if we can't get, can we give clues?
Oh, someone said it.
We got
It's
somebody.
know-it-all. There's a know-it-all.
And we got another one. Go ahead. We got the winners, and they just chimed in. What's the name of the breed, Teresa?
Second. Get this over.
So we got two winners. We got
two winners.
Yeah,
there we
Neon
go. There we go.
And the Live Pee Free. There she is. Hello, my darlings.
And her two chartreuse.
Nice.
If you look at them, they have the upright ears of this breed. You can see they have a sturdy body. This were in color. You can see the blue body and the copper-colored eyes. So, yes.
They don't look copper there.
Well, it's black and white.
Use your imagination, Dusty.
Color.
What year is that picture from? That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was taken in the 1800s.
Wow,
wow.
wow. Those cats are like, they are like photo hounds. I'm saying that with all goodness because they know how to pose. Hey guys, we're wrapping up this show. So first of all, you want to name who the winners are real quickly? Teresa, I think we got two.
We have Brenda Wild
Okay.
and Julia Groats. Congratulations, ladies.
Didn't Julia
Guys,
win
what do
the-
you think? We're
Wait
going to
a
have fun
minute.
every week. Next week, our special guest, you guys know her. She was part of that great online kitten conference that CFA helped sponsor. We're talking about the one, the only Stacy LeBaron. I've been on her podcast, Community Cat Podcast. We're going to go and talk to her. She's going to be our special guest. I also want to give a shout out to our primary sponsor, and that is Neon Litter. And I've been reading your comments, Trent. You and I better do a comedy show because you got some really good quips, man. I've been watching it.
I'm
But we
ready
also
to
want
go.
to do a shout out to our secondary sponsor, and that is Live Pee Free. And you guys, it isn't just about mopping up cat pee. It does dog puddles. It does boats after a fishing trip. Stinky trash cans. It uses this odor eliminator with ions, and there you go. Pee happens, and you don't want everybody, as Dusty said, do you have a cat in your house? When they walk in, when we're finally free from COVID. I also want to give a major shout out to Cat Fanciers Association. We got Desiree, Bobby, Teresa, Kiger. We got Natalie Turk and a bunch of great people. Aileen,
Natalie.
Tartaglia.
Tartaglia. And you guys, if you want to even know about me, I'm not in the witness protection program, but I invite you to go to ardenmore.com, and I get to have a plug. July 5th, guys, power to the paw. I am teaching a vet-approved cat first aid and CPR class with Casey and Rusty via Zoom. Go to Pet First Aid for you. We've got a few openings up, and really, as you can tell, I'm really boring and I don't use any puns, and you're gonna fall asleep in the class. No, I'm not kidding. I'm really determined about cat and first aid and safety, but there's no law written that said first aid has to be scary or boring. So come on, come join us and take the cat first aid. Also, for all you guys with the cool mutt cats, go to CFA.org and check out the Companion Cat World. Casey and Rusty are card-carrying members. There's a lot of cool benefits to it, and I kind of think it looks pretty kind of high-tech that my cat's got some ID cards. Desiree, before we go, is there something you want to do a shout-out about CCW? Because you're going to help cats of all kinds.
Yeah, well, Companion Cat World is the place that you can bring your cat. You can join Companion Cat World and you can get your card and you can come to our shows and show off your cat. Even if you don't want to compete, you can put your cat in a tutu and a stroller and push her around and have everyone drool over her. So being a companion cat in CFA is just as awesome. Next week with Stacy LeBaron, who is the Community Cats Podcast extraordinaire, we will also be talking a bit about Companion Cat World. Kathy Black is a CFA judge, and she's also the committee chairperson of the Companion Cat World program. So she'll be here to answer questions and to tell people all about how their non-pedigree cats can be part of CFA too.
So everybody, it's our first show. Please come back. We got a good lineup every Wednesday, 6 p.m., Meowy Hour. And on behalf, I want to say Rusty and Casey say, Meowvelous, you guys are Meowvelous. I have a couple of ginger boys, and they love that you're bringing good things for cats everywhere, CFA. So tell your pals, tell your pet-loving enemies. Tune in to Meowy Hour because we're going to be giving away prizes. You're going to have great guests. Let's give it up for Dusty Rainbolt. Woo! And we're going to have great guests every week. I love you guys. Raise that glass. We're toasting the cats everywhere.
Woohoo!
That's it. We're out. Mic drop.
I just want to make sure that we have everyone lined, all the winners, I'll secure and knowing that they're getting their goods.
Do we have the winner for Dusty's book? Did we pick a winner? No, we gotta pick a winner.
Asking about that.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you
don't
know,
think we picked a winner.
let's pick a winner. One of you guys, Nicole, pick a winner. Don't pick somebody that won something else. Oh, I like Michelle. Me. Hey, Squeaky Wheel gets the book.
There you go.
Nancy.
Nancy's
Hey,
like,
Michelle.
pick me.
There we go.
Who's the winner? Winner, chicken dinner. Oh,
I think-
Diane Gosser, Gosser.
Oh, that's who Nicole picked. Okay.
Thank you, Nicole. We got to give a thanks to Nicole. She's the Wizard of Paws behind the curtain. And we want to thank again Trent Bergen from Neon Litter. Woo, woo, woo. All right, guys. I said I'd finish on time. Boom, we're done. Out.
Bye, everyone. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Teresa.
Bye.
Bye, Dusty. Thank you.
Lots of fun. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
Thanks so
Dusty.
much.
Thanks for
Take
being
care.
here, Dusty.